You know that saying, never give up? Well, I'm here to tell you sometimes you should. Meet Malachi Robinson, the kid who never gave up on pretending to be a doctor. Listen closely. You see, Malachi had a problem. He wanted to be a doctor, but he didn't want to go to medical school. So he said, you know what, why don't I just go learn on the job? Go to a hospital, get a lab coat. Did LeBron go to basketball school? No, but he hooping. So he puts on a lab coat and walks into a hospital. He walking around that hospital for months, greeting people. Hello, I'm Dr. Robinson. Hello, I'm Dr. Robinson. Walking into exam rooms. Okay. But one day he walks into an exam room with a doctor examining a pregnant woman. The doctor looks at him. Malachi looks at the doctor. He says, oh, it seems like you have this one covered. The doctor says, excuse me, aren't you a child? Malachi says, thank you for the compliment, but look at this picture. Do I look like a child? The doctor said, excuse me, 911. The doctor calls the police. The police come over, they call his mom. They say, okay, look, he's 17. Mama, just get him. She says, I got him. She brings him home. He says, you know what, Mom, I'm not gonna give up. She said, okay, son, focus on your studies. I like that. He said, did LeBron go to basketball school? She said, what? He said, I'm gonna be right back. He leaves. He finds an investor that helps him open up a medical practice. He then finesses a doctor identification number. So now when you look him up, he's listed as a doctor. He takes photos. Let's take a second to look at his photos because it looks like he worked really hard on it. He got this one right here with the thinking pose, and boom, he also got this one with the foot out. Anyway, I digress. Here's where things start to get wicked. He gets a call from his first patient. It's an elderly woman. He says, you're elderly, I'm gonna come to your house. She says, appreciate you. He goes over. He's diagnosing her, saying, I believe you have arthritis. He leaves, he comes back. This is his regular patient. Like, he comes back numerous times. One time, she gets really, really sick. So he has to call an ambulance. They pull up, he says, but leave your purse to her. She's like, okay, I'll leave my purse. She leaves the ambulance. He then takes her checkbook out of her purse and then writes himself a couple $1,000 check. On top of all that, he charges patients thousands of dollars for like regular routine visits, even though they have insurance. Now, the Department of Health catches on to him real quick. They sent him a letter saying, stop, child. He said, nah. He kept going. The police pull up. Now, you can't just arrest people without proof of a crime, so an undercover officer walks in and says, hey, medical practice me. He says, okay, take these pills. She says, okay, take these handcuffs and put them behind your back. Because at that point, he's impersonating a doctor. But it gets stranger because as they're arresting him, this is actually him being arrested out of his medical practice. He doubles down. He says, I can't believe these allegations. The interviewer says, so you're saying you're a doctor? He says, I am a doctor. Wait till we get to court. Wait. But then he decides to triple down. He said, never give up. He holds a press conference. He says, I am a doctor. And these allegations are ridiculous. Wait till I go to court. He goes to court. He says, Your Honor, the judge said, you're facing up to 90 years. He says, my fault, Your Honor. I was just playing around. I'm just a kid. The judge says, you know what? I'm gonna grant you bail while we get all the charges sorted out. But I understand that you are, you're really young. He says, appreciate you, Your Honor. He leaves. While he's out on bail, he goes to a car dealership and puts down his godmother's personal information so he could buy a $35,000 car. The car dealer looked at him, looked at the news, looked at him again, and called the police. They said, yeah, that dude who pretended to be a doctor, he's trying to scam his godmother now. The police said, put your hands behind your back. They brought him back. The judge said, Malachi. Malachi said, Your Honor, what? You said don't pretend to be a doctor. I was pretending to be a scammer. The judge said, ooh. And the judge miraculously still only granted him 3.5 years. And on top of that, he only serves 20 months. He gets out, he starts working for a shipping company, and he leaves his scamming ways behind. Psych, stupid, look at the time, there's still a little more time left. He scams the shipping company for $10,000. The shipping company calls the police. They bring him right back. That's why I ain't changed the picture, because he right back in the courtroom. The judge said, I'm gonna give you another 2 years and 4 months and don't say nothing to me. He said, that's fair. He does his time. So at the end of the day, believe in yourself and never give up. Unless you're trying to scam people, then give up.